we heading into a recession? What are top financial advisors saying so you can come out on top? Let's dive in. What a recession is, it's a period of time when the economy is doing poorly. This means that the businesses are laying off workers, people are spending less money, and prices are going up. So I'm not a financial advisor to tell you, oh yeah, we're heading through a recession and I'm sure about that. I'm not going to tell you that, but definitely there are facts that are affecting the economy today that show that we are heading towards a recession. When will that recession happen? We don't know. Maybe 2024, maybe the end of this year. To understand the recession, we need to understand what caused it, right? So what caused the recession this time, or what's going to cause it, was inflation. What does inflation mean? Simple. I think most of us know. Inflation is when the value of when our dollar loses some of its value. So let's say years ago, $100 you could buy maybe 100 pounds of some fruit or something, right? A material. Let's say 2-3 years later, when our dollar loses its value, the same $100, you cannot buy the same 100 pounds of that same equipment. Now you can buy only 90 pounds, or you can get only maybe 95 pounds from the same equipment. Or let's give another example. Let's say back in the day, $100 you can get grocery, maybe I don't know how many pounds of meat and fruit and other equipment. Now the same $100 you can get less. What does that mean? That is what we call inflation. Okay, now we need to understand inflation to go forward. Now, what caused inflation? Why did it happen? Okay, as we all remember, when COVID started, some people lost their jobs and the economy started going down. People don't have money to buy cars and do things, and that caused bad effect to the economy. So for the federal government to save the economy, what they did, they printed money too much. So they printed money, they gave us to people as stimulus checks, and that made the economy go back again, and people start spending money to save the economy. But guess what? That caused our dollar to lose its value, and that's where the problem is. Now, what the government has been doing for years is raising the interest rate. Let's explain what that means. So, for the government to control the inflation, stop it, because hey, as you heard, like every quarter or every month, our dollar is losing like 3%, 4%, 7% of its value. It was losing a lot of its value last year. So for the government to control that, stop it, what do? They have to raise the interest rates. So if a company or somebody wants to borrow money, it's not easy anymore. So people don't have that much cash available anymore. That's how they can control the inflation, okay? But that also has bad effects. When they raise interest rate and keep raising, that will make less people have money, and the economy growth will go down more, and that might cause a recession. That's what's happening now. I hope you understood. So how am I preparing for the recession? First of all, you need an emergency fund. So emergency fund is saving about 3 to 6 months of your expenses in cash. So expenses like, hey, you have a rent, you have a car bill, you have money to feed the family, all those together. You need to have money, cash, enough during at least 3 or 6 months, just in case you lose your job or something else happens. You have an emergency fund. The thing we can do is cut out our expenses. Hey, I'm not saying kill yourself and don't go out, eat anymore, or don't hang out with friends. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm sure we don't need to go out, eat at restaurants every day. I'm sure there are many expenses that we don't need, some services we don't need. We can get rid of all of that, especially during this time period, because I think you'll need that money. The thing you can do, which is important, is to pay down your debt. Try to pay down your debt as soon as possible, especially those that have high interest, like credit cards. And when the interest rate goes up, even the credit card interest rate will go even higher, and that will make it even more difficult, and that will cause you more issues. So try to pay those who charge higher interest as soon as possible. Credit cards. After you're able to build your emergency fund and then pay down your debt, cut unnecessary expenses, now what you need to do is boost your income. How to do that? By doing some side hustles, getting some side jobs. My previous video was called Secrets to Make Money Online. Watch that video because it has many secrets how to make money online from home. Try those and tell me what you guys think about them, because those are gonna really help. The most important part is how to profit from the recession. I think that's the part all of you guys were waiting for. As we said before, when you have an emergency fund, you got rid of your debt, you spend less expenses, you have extra income. Guess what? When people are struggling and losing their jobs and don't have money to pay their bills, guess what? The stock market is going to crash, go down, property is going to go down, so many things are going to get sold even half the price. And that will be an amazing opportunity for you to buy because you prepared, because you're ready, not like other people. And that's the best time to really profit from the recession. At the end, I hope this video is useful. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share this info, and I'll see you guys later.